Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is AguilaDeAcero from Águilas Nest, and today we are going to do the video review for Tekken 7. And the first thing that comes to notice is that this game, Tekken 7, for the very first time this game comes to PC. The franchise of Tekken is always been on the consoles and in the arcades, which reminds me the very first time that I played Tekken was on the arcades when I was really young. I remember showing this arcade. The mechanics were kind of different from other games that I used to play back then, like Street Fighter or even Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I was right, because when I started playing, I only could endure like one match. Only one match, because I got my ass kicked really fast. But I tried again and I could see the differences between those kind of games, because in here you have low parry, medium parry, and you kind of dodge from left and right some punches, and even when you fall to the ground you can roll up to different directions. You can make counters when you are on the ground. When I first played this game, I didn't know anything about all of this, and I remember fell on the ground, and the ENG was starting kicking me, and I was like, what the fuck, what's going on? How do I parry this kind of attack? So yeah, Tekken is really different for all those kind of games. And yeah, for the first time it's come to PC. What I'm trying to say with this is a short introduction, how the game feels, and also in Tekken 7, in the story mode we can see the epic fight between Heihachi and Kazuya, which are father and son, and we get some insight why Heihachi tried to kill his own son, and why this long time clan warfare between members of the Mishima family. For one that never played, well, never it's so to speak, because I played the first game on the arcades and also played the PlayStation Vita game, but that's all I played. So for kinda a new pleasure, I was really hooked on this on the story mode, because you have, well, the story about these two guys and how it's presented with videos, real well made videos, and also you have the special appearance of Akuma, a crossover with Street Fighter. Akuma has his own reasons to be there in this game, and even if you don't know anything about this of Street Fighter and even Tekken, you'll be really hooked with the story and trying to see the whys and hows. Obviously, I think this is not the end of the whole story. We're gonna see many more stories of Tekken, but yeah, it's kind of a conclusion to that. So yeah, I have a great time with the story mode, trying the different characters, playing with Akuma, with Heihachi. The bad thing about the story mode is that it's kind of short. I finished the story mode in about 1 hour and a half, I think, in normal difficulty. I was kinda shocked by how short the story mode is, but when you finish this, you have like these extra one match episodes from the different chapters of the game, and I think that was a really bad move, because the extra chapters are not entertaining. Like I say, it's only one match. But talking again about the story mode, one thing that I did like about the story mode is that it has these cutscenes, video cutscenes. They are really entertaining with a lot of action. But I did not like it's the narrative in still 2D graphics, when a narrator talks about the backstory of the game and the house, you know, the little details about the story. I think it's kind of awkward how it's presented, because you have action in one moment and then you have these kind of dramatic effects moments. I didn't like it.
Hidden deep within. In the sterile air of Violet's systems, where he and Lee were holed up together.
I think Tekken 7 did a quite well job in adding customization settings for the characters. You can even you can also have different slots when you can save each different outfit for your character. You can take pictures like avatar for your custom character. I think it's really well done. I heard some people saying that Tekken 5 have many more features in this regard on customization and even modes. I can be sure because I didn't play it, but take it as a side note. Also, you have the arcade mode, the one player versus another player, a mode when you can unlock different outfits via chests that you keep on fighting. But I think, at least for me, it's the most important mode for any kind of fighting game is the online mode. Sadly, when I try to find any game in any mode with any kind of restriction, I couldn't find any game. I tried different dates on the launch day, after a week of the game was launched. Honestly, I couldn't find any game. The good thing about this is that you can practice. You can practice against an AI while you're waiting. It really saddens me to say that the online mode, I couldn't find any game. I'm not sure, maybe the game has a region lock. This is something that happened to me in another Steam game. I think it was King of Fighters. You need to choose a different region on the Steam options to be able to play with other players. If this is the case, I think it's a really wrong decision from them to make. I think they need to make the games worldwide with a search function that you can see all the games lobbies that are made, and from there on you choose whatever server you want to play. The matchmaking, for me, it didn't work. So the online mode didn't work quite well for me, so I was looking on what other options the game has to offer. And the game mode that I really like, and I spend most of the time, I don't remember the name of the mode, but you keep on fighting even more difficult adversaries, and you unlock a new chest with customizations, rewards for any character. I think it's kind of silly, but it's really entertaining because sometimes you get one chest with random loot, sometimes you get 2 and even 3. You can see all the crazy customizations that even the AI uses in this mode. I think it's pretty fun. You can also rank with each character individually. It has like a rank system. The more you play, the more you rank up, even in offline mode, for each individual character. I think it's a really nice touch to have. So yeah, the game, I really liked it because it was the first time in a long time that I played the Tekken. And yeah, the game is really hard, especially for newcomers. There is not any kind of tutorial in the game. You have these tips when the game loads. They say something how to block. It's a tooltip in text, So the best option to try to learn the game mechanics will be to see a YouTube video, a guide on the Steam forums. But yeah, the game is really difficult to master. The good thing is that you have a roster of classic characters that I remember and new ones. You have a lot of characters to choose. They all look great. The graphics are top notch. The guys look sexy. The girls look sexy. It's really well done. The animation is also really fluid. And you can feel the punch and the kicks on the enemy adversary. It's really well done. Lastly, let's talk about the performance. For me, the performance was kind of so. I needed to lower many graphic settings in order to achieve a decent frame rate. But even so, lowering the graphic settings, the game worked well. I even could record my gameplay. And the game still looks really good, as you can see. So I think in general they did a pretty good job on the PC version in regard of performance. I say pretty good job because in some levels you have your FPS gonna go really down no matter what setting you have, but it's playable. So yeah, it's okay.
You're in for a punishment. No escape. Let the darkness consume.
KO.
So we reached the end of the video review. We talk about what the game has to offer, how many characters it has, the different modes it has. Yeah, my final score for Tekken 7 is a 7.5. It could have been a lot more, but I think the game modes they end really quickly. I spent most of the time in this game that I told you that you unlock different chests and different loot for your characters, but all the modes are pretty short, and the online mode I couldn't play. It didn't work quite well for me, at least. So yeah, that takes a lot of score away from Tekken 7. Even so, the game is really good. You have a lot of characters to try to get the hang of it. Yeah, it's a really good game. So this is the end of the review. I hope you find it useful. I see you guys and girls on the next video review.